Hello and welcome to the Kinda Chaotic podcast. I'm your co-host Ruby Wybrow.
And I'm your other co-host, Jen Cusack. Kinda Chaotic is your weekly hit of unfiltered chat about health, well-being, and the messy bits in between.
We're all about creating a space that's real, relatable, and totally judgment-free, where important and often overlooked conversations actually happen.
From mental wellness, lifestyle habits, and the chaos of everyday life to the topics that deserve more airtime.
Whether you're tuning in during your commute, out for a walk, or taking a moment for your weekly reset, our episodes are designed to be light, raw, and a little bit chaotic.
In the best way possible.
This is the Sodali, the pineapple one. Has 8 calories per can, no sugar.
I'm kind of loving them. I tried the grape. I've talked about that. I tried the grape. Didn't mind
Well,
it.
I drank all the blood oranges ones, and they were delicious. I have to say,
really?
I think those are my favourite because they're a bit tartar. Can you do it? I have nails. And also, my wrist is really sore.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's really,
Why do you have a...
it's really, really sore.
Why do you have a tape on it?
Because it's really, really sore.
Oh, okay. Did you tape it yourself?
Yeah, I don't know really what I'm doing. This is just what the
I
physio...
thought you were going to feed that to me.
No, it's just what the physio showed me to do.
Okay, fair enough.
Because you know how I heard it ages ago.
Yeah,
so
that's why you
it's
also can't massage very well.
yeah. So my wrist is injured and then it flares up, and so I think it's stuff I'm doing at the cafe is flaring it up because it's putting pressure on it.
Yeah, and holding like mugs and jugs and
Yeah.
plates and
I don't know.
yeah, it smells good. Oh,
That's really nice.
I quite like that. That's really good.
The blood orange is my favorite.
Ooh. So far for me, it's the raspberry then this.
We'll get I'll get the blood orange next time. I did drink them already, but they're really yum because they're like, well, Alex freaking just digs into the fridge, and I'm just like, you can't have that, and then it's gone.
That's okay. We love Alex.
And then I'm like, great, well, let's open them now. So, yes. So, hello and welcome back. Today, we want to talk about the idea of our path because, truthfully, the idea of our path is something...
in quotations.
Path? Ow, that hurt my hand. Is something that touches every single one of us, whether we're right at the beginning, deep in the middle, or somewhere we never expected to be.
So take a big deep breath. Maybe grab a tea and let's walk this path together for a few
We should
minutes.
drink teas.
That's okay. Grab a tea. Grab a soda. Grab a
I
drink.
like them. They're like a nice little sweet treat to have.
And yeah, let's talk for a few minutes about this. When we talk about our path, we often imagine a straight line from point A to point B. It's clear, it's logical, it's forward moving.
But if you've ever lived like a little bit at all of life, you know that that's pretty much never the case.
Yes, exactly. Our paths are twisted, they loop, they double back, they take us through detours we didn't plan, which we have both experienced quite lately. Anyways, relationships we didn't expect, and lessons we didn't think we needed, but apparently we do, because in quotes, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I just thought of this. Sorry,
Yeah,
it's really
go for
funny.
it.
So every time I try a new drink now, like I explain like what I think about it, and Alex is kind of just like,
Is that because when we do that, have it?
and he's just kind of like, that's good, and he's just like, I didn't ask for that, and I'm just like,
I quite like it. It kind of tastes like the no sugar.
it low-key is like a
Pineapples.
little, well, it kind of tastes a little bit like milky almost, which is not milky, but like I don't know how to explain it.
When I think milky, I think I don't really know how to explain it.
I think because it's sweet. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe the texture's milk, like it's thicker.
It tastes like kind of like a smoothie sort of type of vibe. Do you get?
I didn't get that.
No, okay, I don't know.
I got a very dull, lemonade when it's in your car and it's all the bubbles are gone.
I love Sprite when it's flat.
I kind of do too. It's kind of like that, but with bubbles because this is still bubbly. Anyway, but yes.
Okay, anyways, and sometimes our lines stop. Is that what we're talking about? Lines? Yeah. So
Our path, yeah, our
sometimes
lines.
our path, our line on
stop.
our path stops. So for a moment or for a while, and we were wondering, is this still my path, or did I get lost somewhere, or what's going on?
Do you ever question that?
On a date, I actually, it was really funny. I was
Yeah.
at work and I was talking to one of my clients. She's a nanny full time, and I was like, that would be such an amazing job. And I messaged her on Instagram and was like, hey, like, how'd you get into doing that? And she was like, panicked because she was like, I thought this was like a hey girly text. And then she was like, wait, I don't even have a boyfriend. And I was like, no. And then I said, well, I'm having a midlife crisis. And she corrected me straight away and goes, quarter life crisis.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, yep, sorry, not that old.
A nanny, I feel like that would be so much fun.
So she works with this family 3 days a week, and they're in Benalla, and she lives in Wangaratta, and they pay for her to drive to Benalla. And she does that 3 days a week, and like that would be great. You just had your little family, and you just lived life with them.
I think I'd get so attached to the kids though.
Yeah, but you can stay attached to them, like you're with them for quite a while.
Yeah, I guess. But in saying that, no one's path ever looks the same, and I think a lot of us, we try to look at what other people are doing. We look outside, we see what they're doing, and then we look back inside to what we're doing, and then we just feel like where are we? Like, we're not on the same path.
Yeah, well, I had a bit of a crisis yesterday because I freaking had to pay tax to the government, which hurt my soul. Anyways, and I'm not doing the best financially at the moment. I've had a bunch of bills come up. I've had all these issues with my car. And I also have shopping problems. I've touched on that. Anyways, and I just keep digging and digging and digging into my savings. But I still have a significant amount of savings compared to other people our age. Like, compared to Alex.
Oh, poor kid.
Oh, anyways, he's trying his best. I understand that, but I'm struggling at the moment.
You also started earlier too. Like, you
I know.
worked your butt off for so long.
But because of that, I put so much more pressure on myself. So I panic every time I dig into my savings. I'm like, oh my God, like I'm going to have no money. I'm broke, blah, blah, blah. And I've been on this issue of I don't make enough money a week, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I actually just need to like take a breath, like relax, because it's fine. Like, you make like however much a week and that's more than enough.
Yeah, and it's like, there's a lot of people that don't work.
And I put pressure on myself. Like, I really wanted to have 10 grand at the end of the year. But if I don't have that, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything's
exactly.
better than nothing.
Yeah, having savings is so important. We're going to do an episode one day about savings. I think it'd be really fun. And our path also won't look the same in every season.
Yeah, sometimes it's like a mountain climb.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like a slow walk through the fog, where the next step is only one you can see, which I relate to this when I drive in the mornings to Wangaratta. Oh my God, you literally can't see in front of you, so I really hope nothing crawls out in front of me because...
Boom.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just like sitting still and learning how to be okay with not knowing, which is where I struggle. I hate not knowing what's going on. I can't stand it. I just need to know what's going on, when it's going on, how it's going on, why it's going on, how long it's going on for, who it's going on with.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't think it's important about how fast you're going in this path, in quotes, path, or how clear that destination is at the end of the path. It's that you're still like moving forward with intention, like you're wanting to go somewhere, you're wanting to learn and listen and be open to like new experiences.
Our path is shaped by the choices that we make, but also the people that we meet and the questions that we ask and the fears we face and the grace we give ourselves. I saw a TikTok the other day talking about the media and what we consume and surround ourselves with shapes us as a person.
It does.
So like if you work, and a lot of people don't even think about it, but if you work in an environment that's really, really negative, you're going to be really, really negative because that's what you're used to. Everyone's complaining, everyone's blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And that's how you're going to reflect because that's what you're taking in.
It's monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like for me, working at the school is actually such a positive environment. Like, I know the kids don't want to be there, but at least like they're with their friends and they're happy. And
yeah.
Hey Jen, how are you? And they call me Eve now.
What?
Because I told them.
Genevieve.
Yeah, I told them that Jen is such like an old lady name. They're like, "What do you want us to call you, Genevieve?" And I was like, "Well,
Genevieve is an old lady.
That's an old lady name as well. Like Jen and Genevieve are so old lady.
No, Jen's not.
And then they're like, "What do you want, Eve?" And I was like, "I genuinely just don't care. Like, I'm just gonna be an old lady no matter what." So now I walk in a room and I get this Eve. It's hilarious.
That's kind of cute.
Yeah, it's funny. They're so cute. I love the kids I work with. They're great. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. You don't have to walk in anyone else's vision of success, which is something I was talking about before. Like, it's so we see.
I really want to get to.
You want to get Tania on the pod?
Yes, this episode would be really good for Tania.
Yeah, why?
Because she is like, obviously we've got all this stuff going on with the salon, but she would be good to do one about business and being your own person, but she's in this phase of life where she's just like, I don't care what anyone thinks about me, like I'm doing what I want to do, and I know that like even the stuff that's been happening with the salon, she said to me on Friday, she was like, all of this just feels right and it's all just falling into place.
But like even looking at what she's doing, like as a beauty therapist yourself, like you look at what she's doing.
She's so inspirational.
Yeah, exactly, which is so cool.
But that's also another thing that's hard. Like, she's 35, I think. Tania, I'm really sorry if that's wrong. I'm fairly certain that she is. And, like, the lady that we do our Christmas party with every year, the owner of the hair room, Laura, she's 30. They're so young. Tania has owned the salon for 10 years. So she started when she was 25. Plus, she's got 2 kids. And Yes. She's got 2 kids, Noah and Nash. They're both
they're nice names.
I know. They're so cute. And she also she has a lash company that she makes and does all the shipping for that. Plus, she's Wangaratta's best bridal makeup artist.
Yeah,
all at like 35. Isn't that insane?
That's pretty amazing. That's
like that's so young.
Good on her.
I know.
Yeah. I think the best way to think about it is just have the courage to keep going even when you don't know like the road or the path ahead. I just think that's the best way to get through the idea of, in quotes, like your path, our path, my path.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to take things one day at a time as well.
Yeah, live in the moment.
Yeah.
What would be like your step if your path wasn't clear? Like, what's something you'd think about?
Well, I have been struggling a bit recently. I think it would probably come up in pod eps as well because I've been a bit funny. Um, but like I've been struggling a bit like with what I want to do and all sorts of stuff like that because I was on such a clear path for such a long time. Like I always knew I wanted to do beauty. That's always what I wanted to do. I went straight into this, didn't finish school because I was so certain on that. And then I was having this moment where I was like, I don't know if I do want to do that, which I love it so much. But it's a really, really hard industry and you can get into points where you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. And so I applied for like 5 jobs.
You applied for like 5 jobs, yeah.
No, I didn't actually, but I was like, I could do this and I could do, and I was messaging you and I was like, I could do this and blah, blah, blah. And I come up with all these Canva pages.
And me being Delulu was like, yes, Ruby, do that. Oh, you'd be great at that.
Yeah. And then,
which you would, but like I was, yeah.
But it's so unrealistic.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, I was just kind of like, I don't know. I just sorted itself
It was
out.
just it was a crisis moment. It was just
yeah.
like
And so I was panicking and I was like trying to come up with all these ideas. But yeah, so that was just like, I was really, really spiraling.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
but like, I don't think you could go a full year with feeling certain about something. Like, there's always going to be moments where you're going to have doubts. Like, always.
I think that's everything though. Something that I was told, I remember when I broke up with my first boyfriend and when everyone was 16 and stuff like that and they were getting out of their first relationships, everyone was always saying, the only parts you remember once it's over is the good parts. You never remember the bad parts.
Yeah.
Which I think is so true to life because you'll leave a job and then I know I've worked a bunch of different jobs and I've left for so many different reasons and I've always think like, oh, maybe I should go back there. But then you really think about it and you go, oh, actually this and this really, really sucked.
Yes. I so
you have to think about like both sides. It's not just this time my life was so much better. It was better because you're thinking about the good parts.
It's the rose-colored glasses too.
And so today, something that I did when I was at work today because I couldn't really be bothered to be there because it was so early and I was just like, I want to go home. So something I did was I thought about 3 things that made me happy yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
So 3 things that made me happy was Alex came over.
Mm-hmm.
My dad came over and we had dinner together.
Yeah.
And I went out and sat in the sun on my lunch break, which was really nice.
Yeah, nice.
And then it makes you more grateful for your surroundings. So you're not as like, oh my God, this and this needs to be done and I need to do this and I don't know if I want to do this. You're just like, I'm actually happy.
Yeah. And it's important to think about those 3 things that you are grateful for.
And a huge thing as well is like smiling because if you smile, it makes you feel better.
Yeah, it does.
So I look like a crazy person. I was sitting there like mashing up garlic and I was just like...
with a big grin.
Yeah.
That's gold. What do you think about like the myth of a straight path? Like, do you actually think it's a real thing? Like, do you think everyone's on a path?
No.
Or do you reckon the world just goes as is?
Well, it's really... I'm not religious. I to an extent, think everything happens for a reason. I think the butterfly effect is really, really real.
Yeah.
But I think that you can't see the bigger picture until it's past.
Yeah.
So I think it is, like, as an overthinker and all that sort of stuff, it is something where you do just have to take it one day at a time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't go like, oh, I bought this milk today, so that's going to set this, and this off.
Yeah, I like that. I think it's also really important to also find peace with where you are.
Yeah.
Like, people
that's what I mean.
Always think forward, like, just, like, live in the moment. Like, you know, talk about my favourite quote a lot. Do you remember what my favourite quote is?
Love yourself because you're only going to be with them for so long.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember it word for word, but it
I was
is,
pretty close.
Yeah, it's, I'm only this age once, so let me slow down and be with her a little longer. And I thought that was really sweet. And that's like something I live by now. So I try my hardest just to live in the moment. And I think that's important.
Yeah, and that's why my thing is that I struggle so much because I feel, because I find that I'm a lot more mature than a lot of people our age, and because I have been in the work industry for so much longer, I feel like I should be so much more ahead of everyone else. And obviously, like, we're 19, and so I don't need to put pressure on myself to move out and do all this sort of stuff, but I do, and that's why I panic so much about money. Money is a huge thing for me, which is so stupid, because no one cares if you have money. Like, literally no one cares, as long as you're happy.
Yeah.
And something Dad said to me, he was like, I get up every day, and he was just like, I just try and be happy.
Do you also think that people are so like, what's the path? Where are we going? Rather than where am I now and where was I?
Yes, and I think a thing that we talk about a lot as well is hustle culture. And we did an episode on that, didn't we? Yeah. So that's a huge thing because it's like you have to have achieved all this sort of stuff. You need to always be working and you can never have a break. And
that's me, who's literally worked for the past 3 weeks.
I know,
and had 1 day off.
But that's what puts all the pressure on. And a quote I have on my vision board actually is, or maybe it's not on my vision board. I can't remember it how like how proud myself would be when I was doing TAFE to where I am now.
Yes.
It's insane. Whereas I feel like I'm like, oh, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
If I think about where I was 12 months ago, it's a huge deal.
I think what I try my hardest to think about is like younger me when I just started coaching. Like I remember my first time coaching. I think back to that moment and what she would be thinking of me now. She'd be like blown out of her head. She'd be like,
Yeah.
"You what? Like you're where? Like you're doing what?" And it's just, I think that's pretty amazing to like.
Yeah,
think back.
no, it 100% is, but we don't look at it like that. We just go like, this is where I want to be and I'm here.
It's always the path rather than the trail we've left behind.
Yeah.
Do you think walking away is still walking forward? This can be like friendships, careers.
Yeah, it can be. I think people can definitely drag you down. 100%. I know I've had friendships, and I still, to an extent, have friendships where they're not uplifting.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't help support you. Some people really struggle, and I totally get this because I think everyone can be like this. You'll see someone get something that you want, and you're just like, screw you, I really wanted that. And it's hard to be happy for them, but they'll actually actively be like, oh, well, that's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And so you need to walk away from that situation because, like, you did that. Great job.
Yeah, you need to support your friends, and then if you do go back to the part where you're like, oh, well, shit, what am I doing with my life? Like, why didn't I get that? You also have to remember that they're on a different path, you're on a different path, and the idea of, like, I know when people say everything happens for a reason, oh, well, what was the reason? Like, there is a reason.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it is learning how to support a friend. Like, maybe it's just the little learning intentions out of things.
Something that used to always annoy me when I was in high school was that the girls would always complain. They would be like, oh, why did this person get a boyfriend before me? Like, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, do you want to date their boyfriend, though? And they're like, no. And I'm like, exactly, that's why.
Yeah. How it works, though. Yeah.
I'm like, just, like, who cares they got a boyfriend? Like, it's fine.
Yeah. I think there's, like, a path for so many different things, too. Like, the path back to yourself for, like, after mental health, or, like, if you're feeling off track, maybe sleeping, small steps. Like, there's so many, like, little paths that you can think of. Did that make sense, what I was saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're little trails on your big path.
And this is, and little pebbles on your little stone. No.
Mine was better.
Yeah, exactly. yeah, true that, yes. But, like, even, I think a really good thing to get into the habit of is celebrating the small successes.
Yeah.
And if you've done something in your path, write it. I know we keep mentioning your path. Like, if you do something really exciting in life, just write it down in a book, like, and how you're excited about it and stuff, so that, like, when you do get in these sort of moments, you can, like, go back to 4 months ago when you achieved something and you think about that moment, how excited you are for the next moment that you get to write in that book or write down, or, like, put it on a sticky note, put it on your mirror. Things like that is so sweet.
Yeah, and that's how you notice your little milestones.
Yeah, how sweet. What about, like, the multiple paths or one path? Do you reckon we have multiple paths?
I don't know, that's like the 3 doors, like...
Yeah, do you reckon there's 3 doors?
I don't know.
Which one would you pick? I feel like I'd always go left. I don't know why.
Go straight through the middle.
Straight through the middle?
I'd
Very
actually
direct.
open all 3 doors.
Yeah, facts.
I just open all
Stop!
doors.
Okay, thinking about it like that. What if you only had the key to one?
Smash down the other ones.
I love that.
I'd open all 3 doors.
That's such a good way of thinking about it. That's so cool. I like that.
I want to know my options.
That's awesome. What about writing a letter to your future self?
We did that at the salon. We still haven't opened them. We wrote down 2 at our retreat. We wrote down 1 for 6 months. We were supposed to open them the 1st of July. Hasn't happened yet.
I wish I had done that with my first year of the under 12 girls.
Well, do you remember when we used to have to do that in primary school?
Yeah, we had to do it in year 7, and we were meant to get it back in year 12, and we never got them back. Well, I kid you not, the whole of schooling, I had thought about that letter at least twice a year.
Oh.
Not even kidding, I was so excited for that letter.
Right.
I don't think I would have had anything inspirational to say to my younger self or my older self, but anyway. So, shall we go through our table? We haven't done a table in a while.
No.
Our table is why it's important and how to understand our path. Why it's important, it gives direction and meaning.
How to understand our path. Reflect regularly on your values, passions, and goals.
I like that. We talk about that a lot. Help make intentional choices.
Journal or meditate to uncover what feels aligned versus forced.
Journaling, we talked about that too. Love it. Reduces comparison and external pressure.
Focus on your growth instead of others' timelines, which is a huge thing because people, as we were saying, there's pressure so my cousin's 27 and love you, Megan. She listened to it and she appreciated the shout out last time. But she's 27 and my grandpa, who has dementia, makes nasty comments about how she should be living out of home. She should be with a partner. She should be getting ready to have kids. 27, like, you're not that old.
No, and I think
It's an older
kind of-
generational thing.
It's moving forward. Like the idea of you're meant to get married, have kids, whatever. 10 years ago would have been like, no, 20 years ago would have been like 20, 25. And then 10 years, it's like 25, 30. Now it's like 30,
Going
20,
into
it's 30,
40s.
35.
Yeah.
And it's just going to keep being like that because I think women are more and more being okay with stepping outside the social expectations.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool. Promote self-awareness and growth.
Ask yourself reflective questions like, what's driving me right now? Which is very similar to the why am I doing this question.
Yeah, your why is so much more important than the how.
Yeah.
Yes, I do love that. Encourage resilience during uncertainty.
Embrace uncertainty as part of the process, not failure. Something Tania always says, and she makes us do role play at the salon. But you have to be uncomfortable. You have to be comfortable doing the uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You have to get comfortable doing the uncomfortable.
Yeah. You have to be comfortable.
You're never going to
being
grow
uncomfortable.
if you stay in the same spot. It's like exercise. If you're not getting to a point where you're uncomfortably like heavy breathing or you're sweating a little bit, it's not doing anything.
Think of it like a little seed in like some beautiful fresh soil. It's quite warm in the soil. It's sitting there, it's all good. And to actually continue to grow, it has to come out of the soil to create into a beautiful bloom.
Gross, but like when you're birthed.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Okay. But like
I do get it.
Yeah, but like you're in your comfortable safe space and then you're just in the world and you're like crying and you're just like, put me back.
Yeah, exactly. Connects us to purpose.
Explore what gives you energy, joy, or a sense of contribution. That is such a huge thing, I think, actually, because I think all the time, like, I could not imagine doing something that didn't give me purpose. Like, as much as I enjoy working at a coffee shop, I couldn't do that for the rest of my life because to me, that doesn't give me a purpose. That's not giving back to the community.
I think it becomes really deep when you think about your path. It's like, okay, we'll have a path that's going somewhere. But when you think about your purpose, that's actually the end destination. Like, how scary is that to think about what is my purpose in life? I can't talk about it. I get so like deep so quickly about that sort of stuff. And
I just want to do something that makes me feel good about myself.
Yeah. I feel like so many people have this feeling inside them that they're meant for so much more.
Yeah.
And that fear of not being more.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard.
It is. But we're here to talk about it because that's what helps us get over it. Helps let go of what no longer serves us.
Reevaluate old goals or beliefs that don't reflect with who you are now. That's like business rebrand type of vibes.
Yeah.
That's how my mind connects to that.
I like that.
Or like when you rebrand yourself as a person.
Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
Have you?
Why do you think I have so many clothes?
Yeah, facts. I don't think I really have. Well, actually, no, I have this year.
This year I have a bit more as well. Like this year I've gone very, like all the clothes that I was buying, which everyone does when they're in high school, was the tiny little tops, tiny little skirts, because I just was like, I'm skinny, I want my body out, I want everyone to look at me. Yeah. And now I'm like, that's not what I like to wear anymore. Yeah. I'm not saying it looks bad, everyone's different, but for me, I don't like that. So I'm buying suit pants and I'm buying formal tops and I'm buying like nice little kitten heels.
There's like, I think you get to a point where you're like, I'd rather elegance.
Yes, and the way I wish to be perceived is so different to how I wish to be perceived back then.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
That's personal rebrand.
Do you reckon having a boyfriend impacts that?
Boys had a boyfriend though.
Girls tend to dress for guys.
But I've always, never, ever, ever in my life I ever dressed for males' attention. Ever.
Yeah, okay.
Huge thing that I stand on.
I don't go out, so I don't really have it.
Nah, huge. Well, I've had a boyfriend since I was 16 pretty much.
Yeah.
So I've never, ever cared. And a huge thing that I've always stood on is I wear what I want to wear because I like the way it looks and it makes me feel good. Mm-hmm. I'm not wearing, like if I ever had a boyfriend and he said, don't wear that, like you need to get changed, I would be like, get lost.
Yeah, that's so strong.
I'm not wearing it because I want men to be looking at me. I'm wearing it because I feel confident in that.
Yeah, I like that.
I've always been like that. Like it's not. So yeah, if I ever had a boyfriend and it's one of the first things I always preface. I'm like, if you think that what I'm wearing is inappropriate and you don't feel comfortable with me going out with that, leave.
And you don't anyways. Oh God, you don't anyway. So.
Oh, I don't wear really, really skimpy clothes. Like I'm not going out in like a bra and undies or anything like that.
Yeah.
But like if I wear like a mesh top and just like a bra underneath or something like that, you can obviously see the bra. And some men have issues with that, which is fine. But
why can't they just get around like, that's my girl? Like,
well, literally. Anyways, and so if they ever say anything, I'm like, leave. We're done.
Yeah, I do like that. Improves mental and emotional well-being.
And practice self-compassion and allow yourself to evolve, which is super important. You need to look after yourself.
And builds trust in ourselves.
Notice patterns in when you feel on path versus disconnected. Cool. So figure out what stuff feels like it's just flowing and figure out what doesn't work.
Do you think that the part that makes us feel disconnected though is just the uncomfortable?
I think it can be, but I think sometimes, like, I hated doing TAFE. And you probably the same, like I know you don't love doing TAFE either, but you know that it's the right thing.
Yeah, it's like a have to, even it's just tedious. That's all I'm going to say about
Yeah,
TAFE.
but you know that it's going to get you in the right spot.
Yeah, it's a need to continue the path.
Well, actually, because what course are you doing?
Education support. So
yeah. So if anyone was doing your course or is going to do that course, do you have any advice that you give to them?
Just do it. Just get it fit. Just finish it.
Just finish it.
Just do it. Just finish it. Honestly, there is no time limit. Like, I have had people and friends who are doing the exact same course or who have done the course.
Is it self-paced? Not really.
Well, I'm doing it self-paced at the moment. I'm just trying to fly through it. So mine is meant to finish in April because I started it in April.
Right.
And at the moment, it's like going to finish in December. Because
That's
I'm just
good.
pushing through it. Because I'm like, can I have the next thing? Can I have the next thing? And I just like, this is what I'm saying.
Done.
Just get it finished. If you get it finished sooner than later, then you just won't have stress about it. It's just the fact that I have uni as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 2 weeks behind in uni right now, and I'm actually like pulling my hair out.
That's okay though, because you'll get there. It's fun. It's God's plan.
God's plan, the path. I just get so cranky because TAFE isn't what I want to be doing. TAFE is just like, at the moment, it's what I kind of need for my job. Like, it's free.
So that's for school.
Yeah, it's free.
Right.
Like, it's just meant to help me, and I can't really work with kids unless I have this course thing. So I'm doing it for that. And I don't want to be an ESO forever. I'm not doing that forever. But if you're an ESO, you can also work overseas as a teacher. Like, in America, you can actually be a teacher if you're an ESO here.
That's so interesting, isn't it?
Pretty crazy. Anyway.
Different education systems.
Yeah, but like, if you go overseas, you can use this sort of stuff. Like, it's not just for now. There's going to be many other things I could probably use it for.
A huge thing I think as well is that if you ever go into something like a traineeship, say it's 10 months or whatever, like I know a real estate one is a year. And it's not great pay, like you're getting trainee pay, but you're getting qualifications. So even if you do it and then you're like, I actually hated doing that, you've still got a qualification.
Something to put on the resume.
There's nothing that you can lose from doing that.
Yeah. Especially if it's free.
That's what I mean. If they're paying for it and all you're getting is like your trainee wage, yeah, it sucks for that year because you're getting paid like crap, but you've got a qualification. So then you can.
But they're also paying for it for you.
No, that's what I mean. That's why you get such a low. People don't realize this. The reason. So one of the new girls that just started at work, she's 17 and she would probably be getting paid what I got paid as trainee, which the base rate is $13 an hour. And whenever you tell people that, they're like, oh my God, that's illegal. It's not.
Yeah.
Like, go on Fair Work. That is actually what it is. Now, Tania paid me above a wage ward, which was really nice for her, and I needed the extra money. Like, I couldn't live off $13 now. I don't know how anyone could.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. But the reason it's so cheap is because they're paying for your TAFE course. So it is like, TAFE is like 20 grand.
Yeah.
So they're paying for that and they're paying your wage on top of it. And they're not charging services at full price. So they're not even making the full benefit.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so cheap.
And I think a big part of the reason why people would do that is for loyalty from you. Like, do you know what I mean? That's why you stay with Tania, because she's done that for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Or just, yeah. I love uni. I love what I'm doing at uni. I love everything about it. It's just the fact that I have to do TAFE as well.
It's a lot all at once.
It's just annoying. So annoying. Anyway, I'll finish that very soon, and then I can just designate my time to uni. But yeah, that's kind of us. Do you want to say the quote, or do you want me to?
I can. We don't know who this is either.
I don't know who this is. Yeah. So it's pretty, it's pretty good. Goes kind of well with this episode, so go for it.
You can't make the wrong decision because every decision leads you to where you're supposed to be.
I like that.
Do you reckon there's like alternate universes?
I don't know. I can't think about it. It hurts my head.
Yeah, fair.
Do you reckon there's like a younger you? Like, what would you do? Sorry, I know we're like meant to be finishing this, and I promise this will be over soon. But like, do you ever imagine if you saw yourself when you're older? Like, imagine if you just walked past them and they just smiled at you.
Someone came up to me in the cafe and they were like, you have to be this person's sister. And I was like, no, I'm an only child.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, imagine that, though. Like, imagine walking past your older self and they just smile at you. You know that, like, I went out for coffee with my younger self?
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a sweet little trend.
It is cute.
It is very cute.
Well, that's sort of good about thinking about the stuff you've achieved.
Yeah. I actually did one of those. I just never posted it.
No, you should have.
Maybe we should both do that this week.
Yeah,
for our social media. Yeah, let's do it. Okay.
With love, Jen and Ruby.